This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
Lovely stuff.
Yay, lovely, lovely.
Tell you what though, folks, that's bloody nice. That is bloody lovely.
Lovely hollow. Lovely toast. Lovely hollow. Lovely toast.
Hello there, and you're very welcome to another episode of the Lovely Show program. Good woman.
I did it. I got there.
Straight away. So
you go.
good. Coming up on the show, Hit the Music. We are going to be talking about young lads getting around the UK porn ban, robots on the plane, and Ryanair's early morning pint ban proposal. Justine, what do you have?
I wanted to discuss Ryanair as well because this has been a big topic for me this
How
week.
predictable are we?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is why this podcast works. We're interested in similar things.
We'll give people what you want. That's
We
it?
do.
That's all you're
And
brought
I
to
will
say?
talk about Sligo.
Sligo. The subject of Sligo will be discussed in depth. If you have any issues or interest in the subject of Sligo, please do message us in and we will get to those next week.
We will. We'll get our Yates correspondence
Tell
on
me
it.
this, why are you suddenly discovering Sligo?
I'll tell you, I was at a wedding in Donegal at the weekend. Right, the
Very
long bank holiday weekend. This is great.
That's a far away place for a wedding. You must really like these people.
And I'll tell you another reason that's also great. The price of pints.
Oh yeah.
$5.50 anywhere we went.
Nice.
Now we were around the Ballybuffet area. Holy Lord God, I honestly see the appeal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the people are just class. I love it. But after that anyway, we said we'll tip down to Sligo. I also additionally didn't realise how close Donegal, Leitrim and Sligo all are to each other.
Are they?
Yes, they're all connected. Like,
I mean, you wouldn't do a
drive
pub
through.
crawl.
No, not that close. But you drive through Leitrim to get to Sligo from Donegal.
Sligo, I've said this before, Sligo is the town that Galway thinks it is.
Oh,
I think Sligo-
without the notions of thinking.
Yeah, I think Sligo's really cool, student town. Got
I
a big
think
old,
it's-
is it Ben Bulbin?
It's Ben Bulbin.
You got W.B. Yeats,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of colleges.
Very cool.
I once
and-
helped a man deliver a pizza in Sligo town.
Right. And how did that happen?
I was walking home from a gig. The hotel was a good bit outside the town. It was like a 15-minute walk maybe.
Yeah.
And I saw there was a load of Muslim lads kind of hanging around, chatting around their cars. And then as I was approaching them, they were kind of all getting into their cars and driving off. And I just said to one of them, I was like, you're hardly heading up the road. And he was like, yeah, but I have to deliver a pizza. And I was like, I'll give you a hand. So like I was well on it. Like I was fairly, I was half cut. Like
Yeah. And I could
I'm
take a
fucking-
slice out of it there. Hang on.
This is a special Pac-Man pizza. It's for the new Pac-Man film, and all the pizzas look like Pac-Man. So he got in the car anyway, and he headed out to the student gaff, and I said, "I'll fucking if you want someone backing you up, like in case these lads don't pay, I'll come out." So he's like, "Nah, you're grand." And I was like, "No." So I went up.
I have your back, man.
So I went up to the door with him and I rang the doorbell and these students and they were like, SIM card. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, you delivering our pizza? It's like, is everything okay? And then I really regretted because I was like, no, lads in Sligo think
Wow, that's what happened to him after.
what happened
Hardy-
to lads out of Hardy Bucks? Well, one of them was delivering pizzas in Sligo and he seems very drunk. Your man dropped me to the hotel. He's a lovely fella.
Unreal. That's some fantastic Sligo story. I really enjoyed the pubs there. Equally, again, price of pints incredible. $5.50.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Now, went to a gorgeous pub, Shoot the Crows.
Love Shoot the Crows.
In class. They were doing trad music in it as well. But one thing about that pub, and I didn't even tag where I was, but I put up a picture of the bathrooms and people out reply going, Shoot the Crows, has to be Shoot the Crows. Let me show you in the women's toilet what they've got going on. They have got a little double toilet cubicle.
Oh.
So
I'm looking at two toilets side by side, no partition between them. They're full on toilets, like. And I like how there's just one toilet roll dispenser
Between them.
between them, so the ladies have to share. I think that's lovely. It gets the ladies chatting. How are you getting on over there? I'm all right.
You can hold hands if you're struggling.
Now, I don't think you're the type of woman who'd like to defecate beside another woman.
No, it's not something I'd be top of my list of things to do.
And you are a feminist.
Very much so.
Yeah.
You know, it just would put me off my own game, I think.
Yeah.
I'd be distracted. I'd be thinking,
You'd
what
be
are
very,
they thinking?
Very conscious of the noises you'd be making.
This is it. And I wonder,
sometimes you're not sure if it's going to be a silent one.
You never know.
Like a boat sliding into the water from a trailer. That's what you're looking for.
That's the dream.
You're looking for that. Just reverse the trailer into the water
down,
and the boat just goes.
No hassle, no sounds, nothing.
Yeah.
But that they're few and far between.
If I had €1 for every time I had a silent poo.
Another trick is you can make a fireman's blanket. So you put down a few pieces of toilet roll first, and that can actually...
This is like when Dumbo was leaping off the thing into the pool, and the clowns are holding the big yoke for catching it. Yeah. That's a good one.
That's a handy little trick. If you are, like, I'd say if I was in that situation, that's probably what I would do if there was a girl right beside me. And I would fear as well, would I revert to a jog? And whereby, you know, if...
Sort of scratch the toilet floor when you're finished.
You can't. They have to keep eye contact. They have to keep an eye because they're afraid they're like vulnerable, so they need you to be like, "Hey, watch me." You know,
this is a tiger trying to attack me.
So I'd worry that because I'm like, do you make eye contact in that scenario? I'd assume not.
You are quite dog-like.
This is the thing. Yeah,
you have a lot of doggy qualities.
This is So I just worry that that's what I'll revert to, and I wouldn't want to impede on the other person.
Yeah, fair enough. So. Was there many people queued up to use this double toilet, this tandem toilet?
Thankfully, no. There's only two, there's that option with the two toilets, and there's one other toilet in on its own. Now there was no queue at all, so I says I may take the two out for a ride. You know, it's just me in here.
You plank across it. You could plank across and just put your bum over one of them and your shoulder blades over the other.
You could piss and puke at the same time if you
could,
thought about it. If you were tall enough. You'd have to really be flexible as well. Anyway, I didn't do any of that. I just says, isn't this nice to be able to sit here and look at a toilet beside me?
Did you put it up on social media?
I put the picture up, but a lot of people recognised it. I'd say there's very few
pubs. Do you know
pubs
what? It's quite distinctive.
Yeah. I'd be wondering how many pubs have the same kind of system. I've never seen it before. So it must be iconic for Shoot the Crows. But class pub, class Guinness. Loved it.
This episode is sponsored by Sligo. I have to address something. When I came in today.
Oh my God.
When I came in today, I took off my jacket and across my shoulders was a pair of my own underpants. Just sitting on the shoulder like a parrot, like a dead parrot. I walked into the studio, took off my jacket, sat down, and I felt something on my ear. You didn't say anything.
I didn't see, because I can only see there. It looks like, I don't know, wasn't having a good look over your shoulder there.
And I've been walking around Dublin with a pair of my own pants on my shoulder, like a demented pirate.
You never know when you might need an emergency pair with you.
Thank God they're relatively clean. See, I got out of the shower, and then...
you wash yourself with your pair of boxers.
I washed myself with a rag and a stick. I got out of the shower, put on some fresh boxers, and then saw the dirty pair on the ground, and I was like, must throw them into the washing basin basket. So threw them up on my shoulder, like a bag of spuds.
Yeah.
And then just forgot to put them in the washing machine, and I just put on my jacket and walked out into the general public. So...
you bring them on a nice walk today. Showing them around the city.
And now they're just lying on the floor.
It's like,
oh God.
No, I'd only wish the cameras had been on at that moment, because my God, it was joyous. It was the face, your realisation of like, what the like, incredible. You're lucky where you were coming. Imagine if you were going into a big meeting now to meet and seal a deal.
My friend, I remember my friend telling me a story when she was younger. She's in her 20s and she was on the lash the night before, so she was really hungover. And she had to go into Pennies, I think, to buy something. And
Jesus, not a good place to go when you're hungover anyway. The lights are bright.
She was chatting to her friend on her phone. She was like, everyone kept looking at me. And she's just saying, like, asking her friend, like, how hungover was she? Like, what's the plan for the hangover? We'll get a loop-de-loop. We'll get a Lucozade. We'll get a banana.
Yeah.
This kind of thing. And people kept looking at her. And she looked at her phone and there was a panty liner stuck to her phone. So to the outside observer, it just looked like she's walking around Penny's talking to a panty liner.
Oh, incredible.
I mean, yeah, that story has survived years. There's no, I don't think there's anything worse because you already feel like people are like looking at you.
Yeah.
When you're hungover, like the state of that
completely.
person there.
Yeah.
Abusing their body with alcohol. And then you're like, oh no, they're just looking at me because I've got a female sanitary product.
It could be a good phone cover though, like depending on which size.
A real cheap one.
Oh yeah, if you got one of the bigger ones, like, because it.
And if you spill the drink over it,
well then
you don't even need the bowl of rice.
Not at all. It's going to cover you there, absolutely. Yeah, no, thankfully I've never done that or wore my underwear on my shoulder outside the house. So
very good. Well,
yeah.
Aren't you great?
Well, I think we need to get on to the big topic here. That's been covering us both. That's been on both our minds.
We're both champing at the bit.
Yeah, that Ryanair, Michael O'Leary, wants to remove the ability to have morning pints.
Morning pints.
Yeah.
Now,
and not only on his flights, am I right in saying that? As in airport.
He says it's becoming a real challenge for all of the airlines. I fail to understand why anyone's serving people at 5 or 6 in the morning. Because you can.
That's the whole point. It's this beautiful time where time doesn't actually mean anything.
Time has no meaning in an airport. There's lads coming in from Taiwan, from Australia, from Bangladesh, from Canada. They're working off different clocks.
Yeah.
And they might need a pint.
Yeah, to them it's 9 in the evening.
It's a clobbering time, you know? It's slobbering time.
Slobbering time, absolutely. I think it's one of the most beautiful things about going to the airport. You're like, oh, it's the holiday before the holiday.
Yeah, like
you're loosening yourself into it.
Saying you don't understand why people need a pint at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's like, yeah, you don't understand. It's the most special pint in the world.
Yeah.
You immediately want to text all your friends. Yeah. Look what I'm doing.
Look where I am now. Aren't you jealous? Of course you are.
You're in bed.
Wish you were here. Wish you were beer. Yeah.
No, I would fight tooth and nail to keep
that. No. It needs to, and I'll tell you another reason.
24-hour pints. We need 24-hour pints. More of them.
24-hour pints. Like we had the 24-hour Krispy Kremes in Blanchetown for a while. People beeping their horns at 4 in the morning for donuts.
Arguably unhealthy. As unhealthy as a pint.
Maybe more.
More.
But the thing about the airport pint as well for me is I am a nervous flyer on long haul. I need that pint to take the edge off.
Settle you down.
I need it, okay? And he's going around talking as though he's never had it. You're right, well, he fucking has.
Also, the way it is nowadays, like in the old days, I remember like my uncle telling me like he used to just drive up to the airport like 20 minutes before a flight.
Oh my God.
He said at one point he drove onto the runway. He said, I was mad late for a flight and I just drove onto the runway. This is obviously pre 9/11.
Yeah, different time.
He had to drive onto a runway smoking a fag as the lads are fueling the plane.
Let you take the bags out of the boot and load them directly onto the plane yourself. Give them a hand.
I didn't have a chance to buy a ticket. I'll buy one when I'm up there. Is there a lad selling tickets on the plane? But them days are gone. Now you have to arrive maybe 2 hours before a flight. So you get through, maybe you actually go fast through the security. It's like 15 minutes. You're like, now I've got 50 minutes to kill in an airport. Yeah. What am I going to do? Buy another suitcase? Yeah. No. Why is there suitcases for sale
Exactly.
here?
That's for the serial killers.
I have a suitcase.
Yeah.
All my stuff is in it.
Would you believe? I think that's...
But if you said to somebody, okay, you got 50 minutes, do you want a pint? You'd be like, that's perfect.
That's the ideal way to spend this time.
I'll get 2 pints in there.
Oh, easy.
Easy, baby. If I take it at a steady speed, if I'm not killing myself, I'll get 2 pints.
But there's times where then a flight gets delayed.
Flights get delayed all the time.
And then you're suddenly 3 hours.
Yeah.
With nothing to be doing.
You don't need boots again.
Oh, you want me to buy more Ray-Ban sunglasses? Yeah. There's 400 down the drain.
Yeah. Buy another pair of headphones.
I don't think so.
No.
A neck pillow. I wouldn't be seen dead with a neck pillow.
No. What you should have is one of them dog collars.
But I don't get it.
I seen you on a flight with a dog collar once.
It's the thing about they had to. I wasn't allowed in the main section of the plane. You know, they put the dogs in the other
Oh, yeah,
area.
yeah.
I was in there. You see.
Yeah.
But the thing about the neck pillows for me is people stand and wearing them in the queue. I'm like, fuck me, is your neck sore queuing? Is it like?
Well, like I can see why it's handier than carrying it,
I
but you do look
suppose you look a
very
bit
silly.
A little bit silly now. It's the same, yeah, with queuing before the thing is even opened. And that's one of my favourite things in a way about Ryanair. People who pay for priority rarely get onto the flight first.
Yeah.
They 9 times out of 10, non-priority gets lined up and queued and up onto the plane first. And I'm like, why did you pay for this? You paid for priority to stand in that queue even longer.
I'd pay more money to keep sitting.
That's
until...
the dream.
Are you ready? Right, I'll head in now.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
O'Leary also said, so it announced it would fine a passenger $500 for unruly behaviour, resulting in their removal from the aircraft. O'Leary told the Times that a volatile mix of alcohol and people shoving powder, in brackets, drugs, up their nose was also problematic. And the women are as bad offenders as the men in this.
Oh, Michael.
Ladies, you don't get it. You don't escape unscathed. Michael's coming after the women.
Well, I'll tell you, the thing, you'll see...
I suppose our people, if they bought, so say you're on holidays, you bought a pile of drugs, and you're like, all right, we're flying home today. Will we throw the drugs out? No. Let's take a dangerous amount of it and sit in a tiny box in the sky.
Yeah. Like, that sounds like
Tiny
a good plan. We're going into a place where there's lots of security and guards, sniffer dogs, the whole lot.
And I'm going to sit in a chair where my knees are at my fucking chin.
That's a good idea.
Perfect time to take a load of
This
drugs.
is great. I don't see any negative here. Yeah. The other thing as well, it's because, look at his flights tend to have, you know, the videos you've seen of antisocial behaviour on Ryanair flights.
Why do they call it anti? Why not uncle social behaviour?
Yeah.
Huh?
Right. There
How
you
come
go.
there's so many negative words associated?
Antidepressants.
Antidepressant. Manslaughter.
Yeah.
Let's call it person slaughter.
Yeah. I think we need to... These are the questions that need to be answered. But it's always videos that I see of, you know, I think what he's getting at is there's videos going around on social media of bad behaviour on Ryanair flights. And I'm like, well, you know, I don't think you're seeing that as much on other flights.
On like an Aer Lingus flight. So just saying.
I'm sure it absolutely exists
On
there.
the posh ones.
I'm sure.
Oh, Justine thinks the posh people are nicer. No, they're not. They're equally scumbags.
No, I think what happens is a flight is only a £5 on Ryanair that they're like, we have this much amount of money now we can spend on the drugs instead that we would have spent on the flight. So let's take all the drugs now and go on to the flight. I think that's the problem.
I think you're painting everybody with a rather dirty brush. There's bold people on
oh no, I've seen
both.
there's videos I've seen of Aer Lingus flights being hooligans as well. It's across the board, but I think sometimes if you've paid very, very little for a flight, you're like, feck it, I have all that money now I saved, I'm going to buy a rake of pints and get onto this flight and hope for the best. And that's where problems can arise.
I was flying back from Aberdeen years ago when I was about maybe 18 and I had a shoulder of rum.
Okay.
And I was told I wasn't allowed to bring it on the plane. And my friend Porrick was like, just drink it. And I drank it. This isn't a morning flight. This is like maybe 10 a.m.
Jesus.
And I drank it like a duck. Like I didn't even let it hit my tongue. I just went, and I went from 0 to 60 in about 30s. It was the strangest experience of my life.
Now a
my friend-
shoulder is a lot to just
That
make.
was a lot, that was a lot. But it was really strange. I remember thinking like, just be a good boy until the plane takes off. And that's how I talk to myself if I'm drunk. I'm like, steady on, old boy. and I remember as soon as the flight took off, I let out like a rebel yell. And luckily it was a short flight, you know, Aberdeen to Dublin. They're like, we could probably manage this, lad.
I mean, fair play to your friend Porrick because he knew what he was going to become there. He was like, well, you're going to be out of it and I'm going to have to mind you. Like, fair play to him to encourage that. No.
They weren't sitting beside me on the plane.
Oh my God.
I don't know if people could choose their own seats back then.
Yeah, I don't.
But none of my friends sat beside me. I had to sit beside two Goths.
Okay.
But one of them liked Snow Patrol, and I took umshin with that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I mean, stay in your lane.
what kind of
Who
goth?
are you?
What kind of goth are you
come
listen
on
to
now.
Snow Patrol?
Alec Hart goth, is it? Like, yeah, you need to know what you're about.
But I'd never do that again. I
No.
was a young man.
I think that's a good idea not to do that again.
Speaking of flights, more flight news. Unusual robot passenger named Bebop delays Southwest flight after violating large carry-on rule. So this lad brought a robot called Bebop. There he is there. He's sort of a friendly
Is
black
that him
and...
inside a Portaloo? What is he standing at there?
I think that's him just coming on to the flight.
All right.
And he doesn't really have an expression on his face. He's sort of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a lad hired a robot. Apparently you can hire these lads for like 500 an hour.
Jeez. An hour?
Yeah.
You get a bouncy castle for a week for that.
So the pilot informed customers that there was an unusual passenger caused the delay. So there was a reporter there, retired San Francisco Chronicle reporter. This lad came out.
Oh my God,
came back.
this is incredible.
He came back out of retirement
He's
for...
been waiting years for this moment. It's like, you know the time, because it's always like, is there a doctor on board? It's never, is there a journalist?
Is there a journalist here? Can somebody report this, please?
He puts on his cap with a feather, takes out his notepad and pen.
Little sticker saying press sticking out of the hat. Before boarding, the reporter saw a robot named Bebop walking around the terminal, entertaining and taking selfies with travellers.
I don't know, lads.
Employee of the Elite Event Robotics, a Dallas-based electronics company that rents humanoid robots for events, accompanied the machine. So he wasn't by himself.
Oh, well, that's good.
So Bebop was seen swinging his arms back and forth in front of a crowd of impressed onlookers. In another photo, Bebop posed at the entrance of the aircraft.
I'll tell you something. I wouldn't be impressed. I'd be concerned. No, I'm not getting involved in this nonsense. He's going to turn on all ye.
Yeah.
He is. I know you're putting him into a plane. No, we're up against the robot here. And what if someone hijacks into his bloody computer system
Oh my God.
while you're up in the flight?
What if the consciousness of Osama bin Laden was downloaded into that robot's brain?
Exactly.
And he started going, "Ah!"
You know,
Suddenly he takes the controls.
can you tell me it's not possible?
Can you tell me that wouldn't happen?
Yeah.
So Ben Abramson had purchased a seat on board for the device.
Oh, for God's
A
sake.
spokesperson confirmed. However, flight crews were concerned about the robot being seated next to an aisle, which is against company policy for large carry-on items. So we don't actually allow robots to sit in the aisle.
Sit in the aisle.
So they moved Bebop to a window seat. That'd annoy me.
Now, that's ridiculous. I want to look out the fucking view.
Imagine
and you're
you.
letting this bloody robot.
Like, Daddy, I mean, are we going to go up miles in the sky? Yeah, sure, you can look out the window there. I'm sorry, do you mind if your daughter makes way? There's a robot who has to sit here. And the robot's just sitting there with his hand on his chin, just staring at the window.
Yeah.
But then they were concerned, of course, by his batteries. Because you know the way you're not allowed to have big batteries.
Yeah.
The device's lithium battery exceeded the maximum allowable size. So smaller than a robot, apparently, is what you're allowed. So it just, eventually the flight took off hours later.
Hours?
Yeah.
I tell you, I'd be so pissed off.
So he said that his company rents out robots, 500 an hour, market them as a crowd-drawing centerpiece that elevates the room. So
Holy shit. Okay, here's a
would you
question.
hire a robot for your birthday party?
I would not.
I'd like to hire and just not address it. And just,
That was
people
the
are like,
fella.
McGarren,
That's our fella
what's
there.
the crack with the robot? You're like, I've no idea. Is he? I don't think I know a robot.
Jesus.
And they're like, because McGarren is swinging in some circles these days. Huh? He must be doing well now.
He's
Must
all
be doing-
right
he
for
knows a,
himself.
he knows a robot.
He was there at the party, so I saw him.
I think that's just Ryan Tuberty with his skin off. That's Ryan Tuberty, so it is.
I tell you.
He just took off. He takes off the skin to avoid, people annoying him on the
Gives him a bit
street.
of privacy. He's dead right. Sure, wouldn't you do the same if you could? The thing about the robot there on the fucking flight, here's what pisses me off about that. Put him into a suitcase and up in the bloody luggage.
Fold him up.
You're letting him take a seat on a plane now.
Yeah.
Where does this end?
Where does it end?
Oh, we're paying double because otherwise the robots have booked out our seats.
That
You're
wouldn't-
competing with a robot now for a flight. That's going to
it.
hack up the
Yeah.
prices.
They'll be buying houses next. Sorry, you've been outbid by a robot.
What are we doing? I think it's nonsense, the whole thing. I think we've lost the run of ourselves.
Lovely stuff.
Were you watching anything to do with the Met Gala?
I saw a few bits, but I was too deep into Sligo.
Can I ask you a question? What is the Met Gala?
Yeah, it seems to be some kind of arts
Is it a fashion show?
fashion show for a charity event.
What happens when you get in there? Like,
Now, this is the
are
thing.
you
You're
watching-
not allowed to take selfies. You're not allowed to vape in it. I've
Not
been
allowed
told
vape.
there's wild rules you're given.
Right.
And people like to break them as well, to be like, you're not going to tame me.
I think this year was a turning point for people to finally just reject stuff like the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Like when you see people who are wearing outfits that cost a house
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's hosted by Jeff Bezos, like a tax dodging billionaire. And you're like, it's just, I read the room.
Yeah.
Read the fucking room. We don't want to see this anymore.
No, I don't understand
And it's-
any of it. There's
it's
a
this-
different theme every year or some shite.
What was the theme this
I
year?
couldn't tell you. Someone had, was it
Pissing
Sarah?
money up against a wall, is it?
Well, Sarah Paulson, didn't she have the dollar over her
She
face?
had a dollar over her eyes to show that money blinds people while being at an event full of blind money people.
Yeah, and wearing money on her face. Yeah, I don't know.
She should have committed to the bit and just kept walking into walls, sitting on the
Knock
wrong
over a tray of drinks.
sitting on somebody else's seat. Sorry, you're on my legs there, Sarah. I can't
No,
see. I've got money on my face.
It's completely nonsense. And look at
I see. There's a thing with the ultra rich as well. Like Jeff Bezos, he hosts it now because has the cash.
because he bought the place on it. I'd say he paid to be host. Because
Yeah.
he's a bloody loser.
And you have Musk.
He's another one.
Like these lads who think you can buy
Friends.
friends, or you can buy coolness with money, or you can buy being funny with money.
Yeah,
You can't buy
no.
being cool.
No, it actually makes you even more
It
cringe.
makes you less cool,
Yeah.
and Elon Musk, you're never going to make
No.
anyone laugh.
No.
So I had an idea for Musk. If we took 5% of his earnings per year, which, let's face it, he can
He'll
live
not
without.
notice. He'll not even notice it gone.
And in exchange for that, he gives 5% to curing world hunger, to tackling climate change. That's a huge amount of money every year. In exchange, he gets to put on a comedy show where he does 20 minutes of stand-up a year,
Yeah.
and we have to go and we have to laugh.
Yeah.
And it's decided via like a wartime draft.
Oh, so it's like doing jury duty.
Like doing
You're
so
like,
you come
oh,
home,
fuck.
going through, what's this? Bill, another bill. What's this? Oh, I've been drafted to watch Elon Musk do stand up. And it's fair.
Yeah.
Like
that's a good system.
in exchange, you're literally saving the world.
Yeah.
And you just have to laugh at Elon Musk for 20 minutes a year.
Yeah.
I think that's a foolproof
That's a
plan.
phenomenal plan.
He gets what he wants.
Yeah.
People laughing at him.
Yeah.
Not in the way he doesn't like. People laughing with him,
With
rather.
him. There you go.
And we get like to live on planet Earth for another few years.
Wow, that's glorious. That's a no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer, man.
Jesus, that's phenomenal.
Thought you were going to high-five me there, sorry.
No. Well, no. But also, the thing is, you tend to find a lot of rich people that are actually the stingiest fuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well,
would he
that's-
ever agree to it is the thing.
That's what my owl people always say that. That's why they have money, because they spend nothing.
spend
They
nothing.
spend nothing.
Yeah. No, it doesn't obviously apply to everyone, but it's certainly a thing.
Yeah, you'd see them like stealing packets of mayonnaise at
Oh, yeah.
hotel
The little jams.
little jams, and bring them home. you know,
yeah.
and use that
And
jam.
you know what they do? They go to the effort of taking all the little jams out and transport it into the big jam jar.
Oh my god,
I
that's
think
disgusting.
that's nonsense. You know, altogether.
Leave the jam for the little people.
For people with less money.
People with less jam.
Right. Less jam.
The jamless.
The jamless.
Who is going to look after the jamless?
Jamless. That's I ask you, councillor.
I saw another thing that I thought might interest you. So I don't know if you're aware, Justine, but in the United Kingdom of England, Scotland, Wales, and the north of Ireland, they have a pornography ban. an
Yes,
age
you were
restricted.
talking to me about this
Yes,
before.
an age restricted pornography ban, which means you have to provide, if you want to look at a bit of boobs or a willy
Yeah. No judgment here.
or a bum bum,
Or yeah.
you have to prove that you are over 18. There's two methods of doing this. You can upload a form of government ID.
Oh, not doing that.
Not doing that, baby.
No, thank you.
Don't think I
Right,
like
that's
the idea.
gone. So option 2
Don't think I like
is
the idea of Pornhub just like having my driver's
passport
license.
number.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Option number 2 is take a photo of your lovely face.
Okay.
And the AI algorithm
Will
decides, like, at least I hope it's AI. I hope it's not like some fucking
Government.
call center in India. Some poor lad just looking through photos going like, oh God, yes, yeah, no, get back. You're wearing a fucking school uniform, Liam. Get the fuck back. But young lads in England have gotten around this check by...
Can I guess
Yes.
what they did?
Go on.
Because this is what I would try to do. I would bring up an image, whatever you want, stock photo, whatever, of a person on my laptop, and I would twist the phone around to make it look at that face.
See, I think, Justine, the face has to have some 3D quality.
Great.
The face has
you
to
could
move.
turn a bit left, turn a bit right.
Has to move a little bit. So these ingenious children, a third of children say they have bypassed online age checks in the past 2 months, some by drawing fake mustaches on their face.
Oh my God.
The oldest trick in the book.
Oh my God, that is genius.
So like...
Now, back to my robot point. Here you go. There's no intelligence in these robots and you're letting them take over. They think a child with a mustache on his face is now 47. Like...
So they did a survey. One mother told researchers she caught her son using an eyebrow pencil to draw a mustache on his face.
Oh my God.
He was verified as 15. He was only 12. So now, parents, you have another thing to be looking out for now.
Yeah.
It used to be, you make sure if there's a smell of smoke off him or his eyes are red, you want to watch what that lad's at.
Yeah.
Or if there's a smell of drink in his breath. Now, if you've noticed your child with a fake mustache, he's not.
Oh, you're in trouble.
He's not just pretending to dress up as Inspector Clouseau
No.
or Saddam Hussein or Ted Turner.
Yeah.
He could be accessing pornography online.
There you go.
Genius
so hang
move.
on, tell me this. The legal age is 15?
Liam, what are you doing in there? Oh, nothing. Take your hand down. No, mommy, I'm going to sleep. Take your hand down. Have you got a fake mustache on?
Liam, we've been through this.
I was just doing some role play.
But hang on, the legal age in the UK is 15 for watching porn.
I don't know if it's 15.
That can't be right.
Feels like it should be
It shouldn't
18.
be right.
46% of children believe age checks are easy to bypass.
I'd well believe it.
Among the infiltration methods children described were entering a fake birth date.
Oh, well, I mean, that's easy.
Come on, lads.
Jesus, do you think you just invented that?
Like,
Oh, well done.
they know subtraction at this age. Like,
Yeah.
in addition,
Oh, God.
I was born in 1974, using someone else's identification, submitting videos of other people's faces. So there has to be a video, I think. And, this one's mad, using video game characters to fool facial recognition tools. I've seen clips of people online where they get clips of video game characters like turning their head and they use it for age verification. One 11-year-old girl. I just realised I didn't know who was talking until I got to the end of the sentence. That was my impression of an 11-year-old British girl.
You're going to be snapped up for VO on that now.
What do you want, 11-year-old British girl? All right, mate. Hello. So there you go.
Yeah, well, that would be, you could do it.
Because, in video games, they're
zoom around.
it's like pick a player.
Exactly.
Johnny Cage, and his face is just
Let's
moving
see
slightly.
3D. Let's see
Yeah.
360 of this fella.
This lad called a Scorpion, apparently, wants to look at some pornography.
Yeah, he's having a gander.
He's a little sting in the tail.
I got into the PlayStation there. Was I talking about this last week? I don't know if I got a chance to get off my chest, but these 12-year-olds on the video games, they are another level. I got really into Fortnite and I'm loving it, but I keep getting beaten by these 12-year-olds. Like, I'm assuming they're 12. They could be 13, 14. Either way, they're half my age or younger and they are incredible.
So do you put up your age?
No.
You don't have to put up your age.
No, you don't. But just predominantly it's a video game that a lot of
Have you
that age
rage
range.
quit on any of these young boys?
Have I what?
Rage quit?
No, I would never.
I
Ever.
would never.
I would never.
I am from a generation that would never rage quit a game.
See it through.
Yeah.
But they're ridiculous, and I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off I wasn't this good at video games at their age.
Well, you're probably better at different games. Probably like if they were playing Spyro the Dragon, you know, you'd probably wipe the floor with these lads.
I'd run rings around them.
You'd run ring. These lads are practicing every day for the last 10 years. You're
This
probably
has
new
been
to
their
the
whole
game.
life. I know. I'm only new to the game.
I have never, ever, ever, ever played a video game online.
Wow.
I'm old school.
Yeah.
I like a game that doesn't require the internet.
Yeah.
I just want to play a game.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me the game. I don't want to sign up. I don't want to play teenage boys like shouting out racist, homophobic
Oh, I
shit.
turn off all that now. Jesus, I'd never have the comments on.
Oh, so you can turn off them talking to you.
You don't have to have any of that stuff on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any interest.
No, I've no interest. I
Very
just
good.
want to play in the game. I don't want to fucking play against other
I
players.
think it's just when I'm living alone and sometimes you're like, God, I want to be...
You're a lonely woman.
I'm a lonely woman.
You're a lonely woman.
I'm a lonely woman. And
I just want
when...
to chat to some 12-year-old
No,
boys.
no, I just want to have like, you know, if you have a 2-player game, I want to, if your friend is over, you're like, let's play this game together. And I don't have that option when I'm at home.
That
I'm
annoys
like,
me.
Yeah.
We grew up with 2 controllers.
Yeah.
You buy a 2-player game, split screen.
Beautiful.
Your buddy comes over, you share a bowl of popcorn or maybe a bottle of pop. You might have a jar of jam.
If you could afford
If
it.
you could afford the jam. If your parents were in a hotel recently. And I love that's a beautiful thing for kids to
what a
play
wholesome
play
memory.
against each other. But there's something like, I don't know, I feel like you're missing a lot of fun if your mate's in his house and you're in your house.
Oh, completely. It's not
Playing
the
over
same.
line.
Yeah.
You can't punch him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
You can't waggle his toggle.
Oi, oi. Oi, oi.
That's when you're playing a racing game.
Oh,
and then you
yeah.
reach over and like mess up your mate's controls. And you're like,
Yeah.
that's what I meant
Yes, of course.
when
that
I
was
said waggle his toggle. I meant like, finger his joystick.
Exactly.
There's actually no
There's no way to
weird
not
way of
say
saying
it.
that.
Yeah.
I'd interfere with his
You touch
controller.
You'd interfere with his controller. I think that's fine. As good as we'd probably get.
As good as we're probably
Well, that
gonna
was,
get.
and I remember cousins had come over, younger cousins and stuff, and they'd want to play the PlayStation with us, and you'd give them the dodgy controller no one's used, and you say, look at you, you're playing there, and
The
they wouldn't be
sticky
playing
controller.
at all. They wouldn't be playing, we'd be playing, and they'd think, I'm fucking class at this.
yeah.
I'm like,
You idiot.
if only you knew. But it's a wholesome memory, and I've been enjoying it. I've been getting back into the video games more. I love it.
Lovely stuff.
I saw this amazing email. I like AI is very funny when it fails, and I saw this phishing email. Now, when I say phishing, Justine, it's a computer term. It's nothing to do with perch
Oh, right.
or pike.
You're not looking out for a cod on the line.
Well, you kind of are looking out for a cod.
Well, there you go.
You're trying to cod a lad. Maybe that's why they call it phishing.
No.
So this is an email somebody received, and it's from the Garda National Protective Services Bureau.
Okay,
Sounds
that's
very official.
Yeah.
So it's a phishing email, but they've obviously, AI has tried to make it sound Irish
Yeah.
for an Irish audience. I'm sure if you're talking to an American, you'd use different language.
Yeah.
So this is from the Garda National Protective Services Bureau. Have you ever heard of that? Sounds very official. Bureau.
Oh.
Subject, GNPSB, notification of investigation and order to provide statement 24 hours.
Oh, mother of God.
That sounds terrifying. If
Shit.
you received that, you would have the shits up you.
Yeah.
So, this is how it starts. Yourself there, take good note.
Okay, this is official. Shit just got serious.
Garda,
Yourself there.
Garda National Protective Services Bureau address people. Yourself there, take good note. A criminal investigation into yourself has now been started by the Garda National Protective Services Bureau, GNPSB.
So it has.
Under
Like,
shut up. Under On Garda Síochána, so it has. I swear to God. You're being formally let know that your name came into it, and they've gathered information from all sorts of sources, so they have. And now, I am reading this word for word. I am not exaggerating.
This is unbelievable.
Your potential criminal liability is under active and ongoing review. Sure, look, it is. This inquiry has been chased up with the full weight of the Irish law behind it. No two ways about it. It's like they got the least professional guard to type this out. Oh my God. No two ways about it. With the height of international scrutiny followed from the Jeffrey Epstein case, any individual at all that's suspected of offences involving minors or online carry-on, they'll be met with strict zero-tolerance approach and no messing about. This lad's going to catch every pedo. He is determined.
Hell.
The GNPSB are working hand in glove with Europol and Interpol over this, so there'll be no exceptions made, no sob stories listened to, and no slack given at all. Not a bit. No sob stories. Can you imagine, like, being arrested for, like, messaging a child? You're like, well, I've got a really good sob story. Oh, yeah. All right, I listened to one sob story. But you're about to be fairly sobby now. No slack given at all, not a bit. You've been formally identified as being within the scope of this investigation, sure. And it's been handled by a specialised unit, so it is. The consequences arising out of this are serious in the extreme, no doubt about it, and could leave you facing significant legal, professional and personal repercussions. And that's no word of a lie, sure. Now, what you're required to do.
Okay.
You're hereby instructed to provide a written statement in your own words within 24 hours of you receiving this notice. That deadline is strict and final. There's no extensions granted under no circumstances at all. Full stop. If you fail to comply, should you fail to respond within the time specified, this matter will go ahead without further any warning, so it will. That may include immediate referral of your case to the Director of Public Prosecutions to be considered charges, the starting of an appropriate legal measures under the laws of Ireland, sure. This is a formal and final notification, so it is. If you want to you'd want to take it very seriously indeed and act on it without delay, no excuses, no putting it off at all. You know yourself what's at stake. By order, Secretariat. The horse, I wonder. Is the Secretariat? That's the horse. Oh my God. Garda National Protective Services Bureau. Now.
Do we have a name? No name.
No name. Just says Secretariat.
Name. Right. The horse.
Isn't that amazing?
So here's the thing. So they're saying, if you don't send us a letter saying, I wasn't me.
So what they're looking for is...
confirmation
they're
you
looking
received
for
the letter.
A full... I was kind of just concentrating on reading. I actually wasn't listening to it.
Confirmation that you received this letter within 24 hours. I
provide a written statement in your own words within 24 hours of you receiving this notice. It just says a written statement. I'd say that's step one in the scam.
But that's what I'm wondering. Like, is it email it back to them? Is it surely? Because if they're given a postal address to send it to...
No, that's an email.
Okay. Yeah.
I would imagine, are they just hoping that somebody will panic and just go, oh God, I thought you were 16. And
someone just disclosed that.
And then they're like, aha, we have you now. 16 is actually illegal. Oh no, you've done it again, Liam. I thought this was the coolest guard in the world I was talking to.
But you're wondering there, did they stick into AI, give me some Irish, just like local accent, kind of in the writing?
I would say what it did was they've got a statement that they send all around the world and they were like, basically Irish this up a bit.
Yeah.
They were like, put in some Irish phrases that Irish people would use.
Yeah.
Irish people say, so it is, a lot. And you know yourself. No word of a lie.
Yeah. No messing about.
No messing about.
Right. Serious stuff altogether.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it, lad.
No sob stories at all.
I don't want any fucking sob stories now, you dirty paedophile.
Jesus, that is fucking deranged. I remember getting one before similar, but the opening line just went, all right, pervert. I was like, oh, strong opening.
Oh, Dad's got an email.
Attention. You've grabbed my attention here. I'm intrigued. But again, it was from then the guards. And I was like, right, wild opening.
Right. I remember when I was living with a couple of lads, my mate Aidan was like going through his junk folder, and he started reading out the junk emails. The fucking, because they're obviously written by people where English is not your first language. And a lot of them were like penis pills kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And one of them was like, take these tablets, you'll have a penis as big as a pool table. As big as a pool table.
Good luck to you carrying that around.
Because
Jeez, like, nightmare getting in the doors.
I mean, it's like 4 foot wide and 6 foot long. We just had such crack just reading them all
You'll have
out.
Ken Doherty coming at you from all angles, trying to get a go on it.
Your orgasm will be so big, she will hit the roof. Like in the movie Scary
Everyone's
Movie.
just wearing their waistcoat around you and dusting up their queue to have a go.
Dusting up the top of your penis. So there you go. Keep an eye out, folks. If you get a message from a very, very informal guard.
Yeah. Think twice about
twice.
replying.
Don't just immediately confess.
No. Double check.
Double check now. Well, that is all from us this week on the lovely show television program show.
Yeah.
As always, our free episode is once every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
If you
this
want,
is their free one.
if you want one every week, you got to subscribe to the HeadStuff Plus program, where you will receive all the bonus episodes from every HeadStuff show for the price of a pint in Donegal.
And you will see that link up there in the description of the episode. Hit it, get in there and get your weekly dose.
Last week, it was unbelievable.
It honestly was.
Justine told a very confessional story about an affair she had with former Taoiseach Brian Carroll.
I was very glad it was like, for the bonus, but also I was sad because I wanted to show it to some people. I was like, oh, fuck.
I can't. You have to pay.
Yeah.
It's behind the paywall. It was juicy stuff. It was essentially it was like the catfish story for the two Johnnies.
Yeah.
But far more sexual.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So.
He was a curious and attentive lover. That's all I'll say. Folks, this has been the lovely show. We'll see you all next week.
Good luck.
Wonderful, aren't they? So talented. They'd make you sick.
This show is part of the HeadStuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with HeadStuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.